Welcome to the Ansible-service-broker Sprint 3 demo. This sprint we implemented the OpenServiceBroker API bind call. This is what it provides credentials and coordinates to both databases, volume mounts, and various other things you might want to connect it to. Today we're going to deal with mlab, which is a PaaS MongoDB service. During this demo, we're going to provision an external mlab Ansible app. This will create a service and an endpoint that we will later use to bind with. We're going to create a bind instance. And lastly, we're going to provision a guestbook Ansible app that uses the mlab bind. So here we have a series of windows. In this top left corner, we're going to show the pod and a few of the apps here. And then on the right side here, this is the deployed Ansible Service Broker. And then in the bottom left, we will use the ASB CLI to drive the Service Broker. We're going to go ahead and connect. We're going to do some basic setup. Go ahead and bootstrap the Service Broker as we've done in previous videos. This will connect to Docker and get the list of available Ansible apps. Go ahead and do a list of them. Today we're going to use the Fuser Guestbook Ansible app and the external mlab Ansible app. So let's go ahead and provision the app. So again, first we're going to do the external Ansible app. It's number 11. Give it a project name, binding key, IP address, port, database for our application, some users, because of the limitations of mlab, they don't have a API that we could do this programmatically. The hope is that to be able to use an API key or maybe just a credential to log into the service, and then during the bind phase dynamically create databases or the resources that we need for future applications. So on the right side, it's downloading the image and deploying the Ansible app. So the Ansible app was deployed. So if we go up here, we do the OC get projects, we will see that Zeus project was created. And if we see if the service is available, oops. This is why we make videos, huh? There we go. It's available. So the next thing is to create a bind. So here is the bindable Ansible app. So we're going to go ahead and use that one. and we're going to use duder1. On the right, it is going to deploy the Ansible app again using the bind keyword. And as you can see, we got a successful bind. Again, you know, the whole bind process would be nicer if we had a API to talk to on the back end. Maybe when we start looking at things like Amazon S3 or some of the other features, we could use that. Now we have a service and endpoint from mlab. We've got a bind. Now let's go ahead and provision our guestbook. So here we've got Fuser guestbook Ansible app. It's number 12. Let's provision that. ASB CLI notices that we've created a previous binding, so it offers us if we want to use it. We want to do that. This is the binding we created previously. Go ahead and use that. And what this will do is ASB CLI will use the binding that was created and use that as the input into the guestbook application. So that then the guestbook application will be able to connect to Mongo. So the application was deployed. We now have the pods. Now we need to get the endpoint for the service. Okay, so here we go. Have guestbook. Let's go browse the guestbook here. So we have a guestbook app. Let's go ahead and create demo audience. Welcome to Sprint 3 demo. There we go. So we've covered provisioning a Ansible app that connects to an external service, creating a bind, and then provisioning a application that uses the bind to the external service. Thanks for watching.